we're on. Hello, welcome back. Welcome back. Our first presenter played a filthy homeless guy in the 1997 movie Brokers and is still in character. My dear friend, Jim Norton.
Thank you very much. How about a nice hand for Penn? I was hoping you would talk longer. Oh, it's nice to be back here. And how about a hand for the event? They're really doing a good job of organizing. The fucking Benghazi riots were better organized in this place. I hope you guys all enjoy your chicken and knish dinner. I feel like I'm at Sammy Davis Jr.'s bar mitzvah. What the fuck was that about? The second half of the show is going to be us fighting over the toilets in the lobby. Well, this is really nice. I feel like I'm living in a 1983 issue of Hit Parader. On the list of relevant musicians, Dee falls somewhere between Gary Glitter and Mantine Teo's girlfriend. Very appropriate that Revolver magazine is one of the presenters, because I'd rather shoot myself in the head than be here. Who would have thought that a year later we'd be looking back at the Zakk Wylde roast as a star-studded event? Holy fuck. You know you're involved with a shitty roast when people are disappointed that Mick Foley canceled. And yeah, Penn mentioned Access TV. If you've never heard of them, being on Access TV is like having someone film you on their iPhone and show it to their friends. And how about a nice hand for Penn Jillette, a brilliantly funny guy, and wonderful career news for Penn. He just landed the lead role in a 6-year-old's nightmare. Penn does not believe in God. He's a very famous atheist, and to be honest, I wouldn't believe in God either if I looked like Ben Franklin fucked the abominable snowman. You look like the monster Bugs Bunny gave the haircut to. Monsters are such interesting people. Penn wanted to be a roadie for Motorhead. They wouldn't hire him because he was too unpleasant to look at. You look like at least 3 different fat girls I fucked in high school.
That was me.
And of course, a last-minute addition, very happy. Eddie Trunk, God bless you, Eddie. We're happy that you're here. That's a nice hand for Eddie. I love the fact that Eddie lost a lot of weight, but your head is still fat. You look like a Pez dispenser with Down syndrome. Oh, sorry, was that too rough? Go fuck yourselves. Look, Eddie lost a lot of weight. We had to drop all the fat jokes, but thank God you're still the co-host of an unwatchable television show. I don't know how to break it to you, but nobody wants to see a 2-hour interview with the session bassist from Faster Pussycat. And of course, Eddie is sitting next to one of his co-hosts, Jim Florentine. All right. Their show is watched by so few people, the FBI has been placing protected witnesses on it. Watching these idiots talk to musicians is very uncomfortable. The suspects in Zero Dark 30 had more fun during their interviews. Their show is so awful. The next thing I want to see you guys host is the AIDS virus. Oh, sorry. Oh, shut up. There's fucking 9 people watching this. I'm really bummed. Ace Frehley was supposed to be here, and he's not, so I guess I'll take a picture with Lita Ford and just tell everyone it's Ace. I'm kidding. I don't mean that.
He thinks he has a chance.
I don't mean that.
I still do.
You can tell Lita's a Ford because no one's wanted to get inside of her since the early 80s. All right. Sorry. And Zakk, I love Zakk Wylde. I'm so happy you're here. You're fucking dressed like you work in a meth lab. Thanks for thinking. Zack's a great guy, but he's such a retard, he's not allowed backstage at Penn and Teller shows because he might pet the rabbits to death. Scott Ian, again, another brilliant musician. You look like an Amish Stanley Tucci. You look like a leprechaun with bone cancer. Scott played a zombie on The Walking Dead. Scott, if I wanted to see a 3-foot-tall corpse, I'd start hanging around Casey Anthony's yard. Ooh, I'll do it with you. It's fun. Ooh, it's empowering. Ooh. And of course, Dee Snider. Dee, I'm happy to be here talking about you. Dee was in Pee-wee's Big Adventure, which is great because Pee-wee was a big influence on Twisted Sister, which is why to this day, when you see them live in concert, you're actually just watching them jerk off in a theater. You don't remind me of anything like the Dee Snider from the 80s. However, Lita Ford does. Sorry, Lita. Dee was just inducted into the Long Island Hall of Fame. And I'm sure that award looks great on the shelf next to your runner-up trophy in the Sarah Jessica Parker look-alike contest. And Dee, calling your fans sick motherfuckers is a little silly. They didn't fuck their mothers. Everyone knows Twisted Sister fans are virgins. Well, I'm running out of time, but I gotta say, this has really been a delightful experience. To roast a nobody in front of fucking 40 people being watched by nobody. It just doesn't get any better than this. Dee, I really do like you a lot. I've loved you for about 30 years now, so I'm really happy to be a part of this. And thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it.
Thanks, bro. Jim Norton there, Jim Norton. And now, Dee, we have a video for you from a good friend of yours.
Hello, I'm Weird Al Yankovic, and today I'm pleased to be speaking with the legendary... I'm sorry, who are you again?
My name's Dee Snider, and best known for my time in the band Twisted Sister.
No, that's not ringing a bell. Was that one of those 80s bands? I was a small child back then. I don't really remember it very well. But you do look familiar. I'm sure I've seen you someplace. What else do you do?
Pretty much every odd job, from cleaning bathrooms, mowing lawns, driving taxi cabs, and...
Oh, well, that's it. I think you drove me in a taxi once. Well, great to see you again.
I do tons of other things, but...
So why bother? Stick to driving cabs. You're a natural at it.
And I'm, like I said, I'm the first...
Okay, shut up. I've got some questions for you.
I'm a classically trained countertenor. I could be singing opera, for God's sakes.
Oh, big deal. Anybody can sing opera. Make up a bunch of stupid words. Big deal. Now, singing song parodies, that takes talent.
And you're lucky I don't want your job because I'd have it.
Yeah, I'd like to see you try, mister. You know, ironically, a lot of people think... Oh! Did you just pick your nose and wipe it on the chair? That's disgusting.
You know, I always tell people, you know, I could do anything I want.
Yeah, well, you can't do that. Who told you could just come in here and snot up the place?
Nobody ever told me I could do it. I just said, I can do this, and I did.
Look, buddy, this is my studio and my rules. And if you mess with the furniture, you're messing with the Yank Man. You do not want to go there.
It was a choice. And now I'm choosing to kick ass.
Yeah? You want some of this punk? Let's do this! Thanks for watching my exclusive interview with world-famous taxi driver, Dee Snider. Come on!
You know, everybody had to do something to get up on this dais. Dee badly needed a blowjob, so our next presenter went up on him. Scott?
You've heard of Chris Angel, Mind Freak? Well, here's Penn Jillette, Fat Fuck. Penn is such a shitty magician, the only thing he makes disappear is audiences. And you know, people make a lot of fun of my goatee, but Jesus, look at that thing on your chin. Lita Ford called, she wants her twat back. Lita, I'm really glad you can be here. Thanks for taking the time away from your busy schedule of weeping alone on the floor with your 75 cats. Actually, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm just screwing around. But I do have some good news for you. Lita, Joan Jett called. No, actually, she didn't. She's never calling. Lita is what's known as a cougar, and like real cougars, her career is pretty much extinct. I'm sorry. Sorry. Lita's biggest hit was the Ozzy Osbourne duet, Close My Eyes Forever, and I have to say, that shit made me want to close my ears forever. Here's another person who only had a career because of Ozzy, and now he's just a giant lumbering retard. Zakk Wylde. My old friend, the honoree of last year's big roast. Welcome back, buddy. What can you say about Zakk Wylde that, frankly, you can't hear him blabber about on and on each week in his AA meeting? Hey, Zakk, for surviving last year's roast, did you get to earn another cute pats from your fake biker club? Seriously, though, seriously. I'm glad the dudes from Duck Dynasty were able to give you the night off to be here. That was pretty cool of them. And how about Jim Norton? Ladies and gentlemen, great set. So funny earlier. In fact, he's so funny he might actually get laid without the help of roofies tonight. I can't say Jim Norton sucks a ton of dicks, but that's only because I can't figure out exactly how to weigh that many dicks in one dude's mouth. And speaking of sucking a ton of cocks, Jim Florentine and Eddie Trunk are here. I'm guessing Eddie was invited so Dee wouldn't be the least talented person at his own roast. That wasn't really necessary because Florentine's here as well. Eddie Trunk, he's been so endlessly vocal in his criticism of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And today it was announced that, Eddie, you're being inducted into the Hall of Fame for giant whiny bitches. Eddie, I think the guys in Rush get more pussy than you. And you know, Eddie, he almost didn't make it here tonight. Luckily, rescuers knocked a hole in his wall and lifted him out with a crane. Oh, my friend, I'm sorry. Hey, as long as we're on the subject of people no one cares about, Craig Gass is here. Craig grew up in a family full of deaf people, or as I call them, the luckiest members of Craig's audience. It's hard to tell the difference between Craig's real personality and his impression of a bowl of warm oatmeal. Craig, you're a man of many voices. You're an impressionist. I have a shotgun backstage. Would you like to treat us to Kurt Cobain's final moments? What? Oh, I didn't kill him. Courtney Love did. Speaking of unspeakable sadness, where is he? Mark Metcalf is here. Ladies and gentlemen, Niedermeyer. He went from mean screaming guy in Animal House to mean screaming guy who works at Arby's. And Shane Snider, doomed to a life of being Dee Snider's son, is here tonight as well. Mostly to answer the question, can one be more of a talentless drain on their parents than Nick and Sophie Simmons? And that answer is a resounding yes. And now to talk about Shane's mama, Dee Snider. Dee, I wanna rock. Mostly to hit you in the head so you'll stop making all that shit music. You know, like Penn mentioned, Dee was in a Black Sabbath tribute band as a kid. Twisted Sister tribute bands don't exist because no one wants to play 2 songs over and over again. Dee, you wrote, produced, and starred in your own movie. Very impressive. You're also the only one who saw it. When Dee and Suzette met, Dee was 21, Suzette was 15. Dee loved her so much that nothing could keep them apart, not even statutory rape laws. You know, Dee once had his teeth filed into points until Howard Stern complained they were hurting his dick. Recently, Dee was on Celebrity Apprentice. Even though the last time Dee was a celebrity, Eddie Trunk was in diapers and just under 200 pounds. Had to get that one in there. Dee, seriously though, as a boy growing up in Queens, you were my idol. I used to sneak in the clubs to see you, like, you know, when I was 16 years old with a fake ID. I have to say it's an honor for me to be here. Thank you so much for having me. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Dee Snider!
And I believe now we're going to see a commercial. Yeah. What I believe.
I wanna rock! Stay tuned for more from the Access TV live presentation of the Revolver Guitar World Rock and Roll Roast of Dee Snider, presented by Peavey, Jim Florentine, and a special video presentation from Alice Cooper when we come back.
Gotham Comedy Live, Access TV, me, Robert Kelly, you, your girlfriend, on the couch, Thursday night. Woo! Watch some comedy, have some laughs, and then get into bed. Get a little of that going. It's a great night. You get to watch a guy that's way less sexier than you on TV. They put fat guys on TV again, like the old days. Remember Dom DeLuise? I'm back, baby. Woo!
Welcome back to the Access TV live presentation of the Revolver Guitar World Rock and Roll Roast of Dee Snider, presented by Peavey. More live insults happening right now.
Welcome back. How you doing? All right. You know, if you see Florentine at an Italian restaurant, it means prepared with spinach. If you see Florentine on a roast dais, it means it's time to check your email. Jim Florentine.
All right, everyone give it up for Penn Jillette, doing a good job, right? Penn, nice set you had up front on top of the show. Teller would have done better. You look like what would happen if Geddy Lee fucked Bigfoot. You know, Penn was on Celebrity Apprentice with Dee. What was it like to sit next to Donald Trump and Dee Snider and still have the shittiest hairstyle in the room? I like how Penn wears a suit everywhere. That's like putting a vest on an outhouse. You know, Penn and Teller used to be on a show called Bullshit, and that got the name after hearing Scott Ian say Anthrax was headlining a show. I thought Scott Ian actually came on my house the other day, but it was just my garden gnome. You are short. You know, a lot of people don't notice about it. In Scott's spare time, he likes to make cookies in a tree along with his fellow elves. Oh, by the way, if you want to follow the show live on Twitter tonight, it's hashtag Who Gives a Flying Fuck. Hey, Jose Mangan's here. Give him a hand, Jose. Awesome, man. Did you find a spot for your lawnmower in the parking lot? Mark Metcalf is here. Hey, look. What could be said about Mark Metcalf? A lot, because nobody ever talks about him. Mark was great in Animal House, right? And since then, he's worked less than John Belushi. Was that too soon for a Belushi joke? Zach Wilde. I love the look, the long greasy hair, the shaggy beard, the shitty clothes. It's gonna make it so much easier for you to fit in when you're eventually homeless. You know, Zach had to quit drinking because he fucked up his liver. If his liver was any blacker, George Zimmerman would try to shoot it. Craig Gass. You know, Gass is the perfect name for you because when you're released in a room, nobody wants to take the blame for it. You know, Laughing Gas is actually suing Craig for defamation of character. My buddy Eddie Trunks here. Eddie, you know, you did lose some weight, but I've been telling you for years you got to lose more. But, you know, eventually diabetes will take your feet away, so you lose a few pounds. But then again, if you didn't have any feet, you wouldn't be able to chase Ace Frehley around in case your tongue fell out of his ass. There goes my ride home. Lita Ford. Lita's new album, Living Like a Runaway, dropped in 2012, unlike her tits, which dropped in 1998. I'm not even looking over there. It's perfect that her last name is Ford because she's sturdy, reliable, and she was created in 1907. Lita, I used to masturbate to you in the 80s. Now when I think of you sexy, it's because I'm trying not to come. One more. Lita's fucked so many 80s metal guys that recently her gynecologist found a can of Aquanet in her pussy. Jim Norton, you know how ugly Jim Norton is? When he was 10, he visited the set of Sesame Street, and Elmo said he just wanted to be friends. The man of the hour, Dee Snider. Dee, on Celebrity Apprentice, you broke your finger falling off a horse while wearing a dress at medieval times. It'd be less gay to say you broke it while fist-fucking Clay Aiken. I mean, come on, Dee, you sang in a high school chorus, weren't into sports, and dressed in women's clothing. These days, you wouldn't be in Twisted Sister, you'd be on Glee. I've never seen a Jew wear that much makeup before. Holy shit. You look like Barbra Streisand with AIDS. Great dye job you have there, Dee, too. Last time I saw that much bleach, Jim Norton was getting rid of evidence at a crime scene. You know, I like Dee's idea of a catchy chorus, "We're not gonna take it." No, we ain't gonna take it, and I wanna rock. I want to rock. Dee's lyrics are so childish, Jerry Sandusky tried to shower with them. Look, what a career you've had, Dee. You've tried everything. Reality shows, horror films, radio shows, and they were all misses. You throw more shit against the wall than an orangutan at the zoo. Dee actually does still host a syndicated radio program called House of Hair, and much to my surprise, has nothing to do with Lita Ford's pussy. Why did I have to go back again? Sorry. You know, Dee did Rock of Ages on Broadway, then recorded an album of show tunes. I'm not saying Dee's gay, but his book should have been Shut Up and Give Me the Cock. I felt so gay after listening to that show tunes album, I gave John Travolta a massage. I'm just kidding, Dee. I know you're all man. In fact, you met your wife when she was just 15, and you were 21. So you're not gay, you're a fucking pedophile. Look, Dee, thanks for letting me roast you. Seriously, you've been a big inspiration to me. I've been sneaking into clubs since I was 16 years old, seeing you, and it's an honor. Seriously, it's an honor to be in front of a true legend here tonight, Zakk Wylde. Thank you.
Yeah, like I totally know what you're saying, Johnny Depp. You are so funny. You think I'm funny too? Get out of here. I love that we're such great friends. Hey, were you ever into Twisted Sister? I know, right? Me neither. I always thought they were kind of like, I don't know, total posers. Wait a minute. Hey, Johnny, let me call you back. Wait, I'll see you tomorrow morning, okay? 6 a.m., tea time? Okay, right? Great. Mwah! Okay, let's knock this thing out. Daddy's got a real comedy show to do in a few minutes. I'm Alice Cooper, rock and roll legend, golf champion, and friend to reptiles, all big and small. And speaking of small snakes, tonight I understand that we're saluting the career of Dee Snider. Watching Dee's career is like watching my own career, but through a cracked 5-cent funhouse mirror with a huge nose. Dee Snider, a gravelly-voiced rock and roll singer who used a woman's first name for shock value. Gee, I wish I would have thought of that. Oh, wait, I did. 45 years ago. It was around this time that I started wearing makeup on stage. What, Dee did this too? Oh, do tell. Your live performances were filled with violent imagery. I actually didn't know that. I just read it on Wikipedia before we filmed this, since I've never heard of you. The next thing you'll be telling me is this guy has his own radio show too.
He does.
Really? Radio like FM?
Actually, I think it's AM.
Yikes. Well, Sandra Dee Snider, congrats on your roast and your regionally successful rock career. Oh, and that one big scene in Pee-wee's Big Adventure. What I've said here tonight shouldn't hurt your feelings, for I'm just a mere international star of stage and screen, plus a close personal friend of Johnny Depp's. Very close. Just kidding, Dee. You know I love you, babe. I'm sure we'll have a big laugh about this one day at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame ceremony. You can catch it on HBO at one of the Fleabag motels you're staying at on your next tour. But seriously, I am positive that someone of your meager talents will get inducted at some point between 2014 and absolutely never. Congrats, Dee.
Alice Cooper. And we will be right back. Woo!
Stay tuned for more from the Access TV live presentation of the Revolver Guitar World Rock and Roll Roast of Dee Snider, presented by Peavey.
Brought to you by Budweiser. Great times are waiting. Grab some buds.